Good morning, afternoon, evening, or sometime in between, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Our first, well, air quotes, first stream in a while that isn't a emotions chart. Yay! We are
From now on, it's going to be all apathy charts.
Yes, that other voice you have just heard is Nerd Comics Inc. joining me once again. And,
Hey there.
how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good so far.
That's good. Alright. A few weeks ago, we started this drawing of Uzi because the Murder Drone season finale was doing its thing. And, just real quickly, how long ago was that anniversary? Several weeks, possibly a month. Yeah. It was August 23rd. It's been over a month, and we even have Digital Circus coming in like 5 days. So
Yep.
I'm doing this solely because I don't like leaving projects unfinished. Because
Fair.
Ain't no way this is still trending.
Oh, most definitely not.
But how is everyone doing? Who we got in the chat today? We got Fazbear Entertainment, Arc, How Alfonso, I believe that's how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Thunderbirds Fan 103, Maricela Marie, Owen Williams, Luna Dragons. Hi, how are you? Inkman Studios, Arc, more Arc, Inkman Studios, Gassy, I believe your name is pronounced. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of your names. Reading is not my strong suit. Yeah, that sounds really bad. Let's see, we got some questions already. I'm sorry for not able to draw 50 and 51 with a 2K cake. Oh, that's all right, Arc. It was just a suggestion because I know you usually ask the stream for what to draw. It was just what came off the top of my head. But if you are looking for another prompt to draw, why am I doing the construction lines? If you want another prompt to draw, I should really come prepared to these things with prompts, because I know Arc is going to ask for one, but I consistently forget to come up with something. Arc, you should draw a camera. A camera that is taking pictures of a plate of lasagna, except the camera is a person, or the camera is humanoid in some sense, and the lasagna is in the shape of a dog. Good luck.
Sure, that might as well have been a sentence that came out of someone's mouth.
Sure is. Are you going to do...
That is definitely one of the sentences of all time.
One sentence of all time. Are you going to do Murder Drone's Venom art series on your channel? Maybe? I really can't promise anything. I did have an idea to do it at one point. This is not how our hair looks. I did have a plan to do Murder Drones Venomized at one point, but the only issue, or the main issue I ran into, is all the characters are more or less the same design-wise. So there's really not much I could do to get a 3 drawing episode out. However, now that I say that, there is a workaround would be to draw a more detailed scene. So keep the video to only one drawing, but make it like a multi-person dynamic angle type drawing. That could work. Okay. I still can't promise anything definite, just because schedules are weird and I'm always working, not so much last minute, but it's very rare that I can get ahead of videos. But if I were to do it, I think I found a workaround for all the similar looking characters. But yeah, that would be a really cool idea. What is her hair doing? Expand. Okay. It's really hard to understand the anatomy. So, trying to. Her hair would be. The upwards motion is that way. So the hair would be more out of her face, something like that, I think. I'm looking to practice more dynamic poses and stuff, and well, it's quite difficult.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah. We're gonna hide the absolute solver for now, just so we can get a good glimpse. I also think the face needs to be lower. I think the eyes are a little too high. Something like that, I think. Oop, oop, what's going on? There we go. Yeah. Dr. Grinchler, Dr. Eggman, the Grinch, and the Riddler fusion. Oh, right! Jim Carrey.
Those are all played by Jim Carrey, aren't
Yeah,
they?
I totally forgot about the Grinch. He did it. He played it in the live-action movie. I don't know how I should feel, but my mind immediately went to Benedict Cumberbatch and whatever it was, like the Grinch prequel they made. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, the elimination and animated one.
Yeah.
That being said, the Grinch and Smog fusion would be... Just throwing that out there.
I was about to ask, did Jim Carrey play Smog?
Oh no, but Benedict Cumberbatch did.
Oh my gosh, that is an image.
Grinch, Smog, and maybe throw in the wolf from Penguins of Madagascar, and there, you got your next episode.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's... And he's not even, like, primarily a voice actor. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch, I would consider him a screen actor first.
Yeah.
That's impressive. He's got some chops. Maybe you should just draw dragons and dinosaurs and courage you like. I've been doing weight and they're pretty easy to draw. Yeah, there's a lot of different topics that I want to draw. I have ideas and projects that require me to draw them. So I have to play. Oh gosh, I heard somebody use a really good term today, and I forget what it was. But it relates to exactly what I'm talking about, where it's the you don't know something, and the sooner you get over that, the easier it is, or like the quicker you can start making the real good looking stuff. It was ineptitude tax or something like that. I forget the exact name for it, but it was essentially slogging or overcoming the things about a certain project you don't know, so you don't get hung up and you can continue working on your projects. For me, currently, at least for this channel as a whole. Hey, where is my chat? I just realized the chat's not showing up for some reason. That's weird. This probably isn't the time to fix it, but now I'm curious. Stream elements. Please hold, everybody.
We're not pausing for technical difficulties.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I thought I set up the stream and I saw like there were things that weren't showing up. I'm like, oh, it's probably just loading. And now it's gone. Copy overlay link. Your stream's chat settings. Show message permanently. Message delayed by 2 seconds. Nothing should be going wrong.
Nothing should ever be going wrong, but...
That's true. Weird. Alright, cool. Not the time for this. We will figure it out later. Apologies, everyone. There's just gonna be a slightly grayed out bar above me. Until I can get that working. That is, my fault, question mark? Could entirely not be, but, apparently you stop doing the emotion chart and suddenly nobody understands how to, or not nobody, but, OBS is like, I don't know what to do with myself now.
It's not an emotion chart, error glitching.
Whoopsie doodles. Hey guys, have you seen the new Hell of a Boss short that came out an hour ago? No. Knight brought it to my attention in our little group chat that there was new Hell of a Boss today. I was hoping for an actual episode since we just got a short. But I have been really enjoying the short, so I'm not that disappointed. But I have not gotten a chance to watch it yet. I probably will after the stream. We're working on other indie animation right now. We got murder drones right here. And I would like to get through a little more than the sketching within the next 3-hour period. But things have been taking longer, as I've mentioned before. That's not how a hat works. I started working on the next video for next week, the 2nd. Nope. This Tuesday is the 2nd. The 7th. And in about 2 hours, I didn't even get to the line art stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Granted, it is something a bit more like this, where it's more... There's a lot to the character design, but there's a lot bigger emphasis on the posing, and for practice, I hope to maybe get a background in, but if I do that, it's going to take longer, and if I do that, then I probably won't be... It might be a 2-episode video, but only time will tell on that one. She had like a pretty... Oh, geez, your face looks flat. She had like this... I don't even know what to call it. This like choker on that was pretty intricate. Unfortunately, that reference is not in either of these pictures. Thanks. Thank you, Google. You're a huge help. Guys, what do you think of a showing of a Shonen Sunday and Shonen Magazine team-ups. Like Natsu, Dragneel, and Yoshimori Sumamura from Kakashi. I'm going to be really honest. I have not heard of any of that. I'm not too caught up on foreign publications, I guess you would call it. Like, I'm reading manga, Soul Eater manga, but like the actual weekly publication series, I am not too familiar with. I mean, a good team up is always cool, so I would be down for it, but I'm not familiar with any of the properties that would be in it, for lack of a better word. When are you going to make the Murder Drones Venom series? Like I said before, I unfortunately can't promise anything, if it even will be a thing, just based on schedule and the videos I do have planned. So unfortunately, I don't have a date at the moment of when or even if it'll be a thing at the moment. I could probably... I know Popcross has done it in the past where he's like put out a community post of here's everything coming in the next few weeks. So maybe just to give you all some insight on... that wouldn't be a bad idea. Give a little peek behind the curtains of what's going on. Alright, I am so gonna flip this and regret the way it looks, but let's keep working for now. Hey, random question time. Which do you prefer? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, or Magic the Gathering? Would it make me look bad if I... Actually, the only one I've really ever touched was Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm, by default, I'm gonna have to go through that, go with that one.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably answer more Pokemon. Granted, last few generations haven't been as good as some of the earlier ones. Like Gen 3 was peak, but after that, it was kind of a bit more downhill. But still, I would probably say Pokemon.
That's fair. I've played the game. I took the question more as like in the specifically the card sense instead of overall series, which might not be what Galahound intended. I did play 1 or 2 Pokemon games years ago. Also, I don't know if Digimon has a card game element to it. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Yu-Gi-Oh because I played that a lot when I was younger. I collected cards, all of which are no longer in my possession. I'm sure they were tossed or sold many, many moons ago. But the time I did play it was quite fun. What is your drone Sona, if you have one? I actually do not have one. There's a lot of... Well, I don't have, like, any Sonas for things for some reason, I guess. If we're talking about, like, how would you look in a certain art style or universe. I don't...
technically like that like one Impsona thing for Helvaboss.
Oh yeah, I do have that. I did make one of those. But that's pretty much it. I did do a spider Sona as a short when I was doing daily drawings. I don't love the way it turned out. It was kind of a... The whole daily drawing shorts thing were meant to be more quicker warm-up practice. But that one felt a little rushed, and I honestly do not think it turned out good design-wise. But if you want to scroll through, you can find it. I forget how long ago it was. It might have been around the time the Spider-Man 2 game released. Because the Spider-Man, or Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, or whatever the second one was called, that came out in June of last year. Was it last year? 2 years ago. Whenever. No, last year. No. To the internet. IMDb. Into the Spider-Verse. Nope. Into was the 18 one. Across. It's loading. It's frozen. It crashed.
Apparently that was some kind of forbidden question. Oh, well.
Apparently. Also, hey Knight, how you doing? Across the Spider-Verse. It was last year. Okay, finally. Glad we finally got an answer to that. When Across the Spider-Verse did come out, that was in the summer, and I wasn't doing the daily drawings then. So, yeah, it was probably around the time of the Spider-Man 2 PS5 game. If you do care to try and find what a possible Spider Sona for me would look like. If I had the chance, I'd do it again, but I believe that trend has long since passed. I do want to do at some point like a monster Sona, maybe for like a Halloween stream or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, October in general doesn't have to be specifically Halloween, but yeah. I think I showed it off in the last stream actually. I'm sketching one. That's a kind of Jekyll and Hyde type thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Mostly because the Monster Prom games are some of my favorite. And, I don't know. I would just kind of like to voice act in one of them in the future, if they're making more. Beautiful Glitch, if you're watching this, please hire me. I am available. I would like to do funny voices. And also, I need characters if I'm going to include myself in my voice actor fusion videos, so please cast me. Okay, that last, for legal reasons, that last one's kind of like an afterthought. That's not my main concern. My main concern is you having a character you need to be brought to life, and me to provide said voice for the character, because that would be awesome. Doing good, watching recent Digi Destiny stream. They're in the end game, and we're getting all the Mega Digivolutions, and it's been hyped. That is awesome. MonsterCon is most likely this month. That's what I was thinking, Knight. I figured at some point they would release a date for MonsterCon. You know, before certain events that I cannot dive into the details of, but if you've been around here and boss level long enough, you probably know what's going to happen. But I thought they would put a release date out at some point before something happened. And they are yet to. But then again, I say that and I think back to Poppy. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, the release date was like announced like a week before it officially came out. So Beautiful Glitch could be moving on or going along something like those lines, which isn't bad, but I don't like waiting. Seriously, is there a lot of cool stuff? I don't know. I was gonna say, there's a lot of cool stuff I'm waiting to come out, but I don't actually know if that's true or if I'm just... Nope, lost that train of thought. Alright, we missed the train. We'll catch the next one.
Completely off track.
Yeah. That was, wow. Hey, Matthew Mangram, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are working on Uzi. And these, I don't like drawing robot hands like this. The segments are a little tricky. Okay. Now, what is actually part of the hand and what is the absolute solver? Okay. This is what the final hand should look like. Got it. Something along these lines. I am like you, I hate waiting. Yeah, I mean, I like to believe I'm a patient person. Not always the case. Nah, I don't think that's true, so I'm not gonna say it. But no, like, I believe patience is a virtue. Being patient is a good thing, but it's hard sometimes.
Patience is a virtue. It's just not one I have.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, at least as from a creative perspective, there's so much stuff I want to do. I want to put out in the world, and it's just it's so much to be like, I don't know, like the biggest thing, like this is a thing for the voice acting, for the stories and all the other creative projects I want to do. Like you put this effort into something, you put all this hard work and time into something you're passionate about, and you know it exists, you know what you've done, you've seen the work, you see it being made, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of this. But then nobody's allowed to see it until it's done, which could be anywhere from a week to years, and it's just like, but I want to say, here, look what I did. Hello? Are we back? I think we're back. Nerd, can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think my internet just went out.
No, it was mine.
Okay.
So what were you saying? The last thing I heard was you just finished a drawing, and that was it.
Yeah, I was like, I just finished this drawing, and I want to show it to the stream, but it looks so good, but it's also a spoiler for next week, so... yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't really seem to have that problem with this. I do work relatively... I don't want to say quickly, and I don't want to say slowly. It's in a nice medium, but... It's I only have to wait a few days before you all see everything. Just because of how long the videos end up taking. But I'm sure once I get these stories picked up and like the main plots start coming through, it's gonna be about the same. I saw a question. There we go. King, who do you think would win in a fight, Uzi or Bendy in the ink machine? Whew, we talking monster Bendy, regular Bendy, absolute solver Uzi? There's a lot to consider for this one. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think in base forms, Uzi probably wins. I'm not too familiar with what regular Bendy has in terms of abilities, but I know Uzi has the ray gun at the start of the series before the Absolute Solver starts manifesting? I don't know if that's the right word, but I think Uzi has more of a potential for fighting that I don't think Bendy would be able to. It's a really interesting comparison. I don't have a direct answer, but I'm gonna go with Uzi, but not really for like any scientific reason, just because that's what I think.
How do the robots do with like liquid substances?
I don't know. I didn't write the show.
Fair enough.
I know at some point, at least like in the first episode, they would overheat or something like that. But I think that plot point was dropped. And as far as I'm concerned, there's no water anywhere within the series. I mean, they're on an ice planet, but there's never any instance where they're like in a lake or anything. So I don't know if they're even waterproof. Trying to think back. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know. For all I know, a simple thing of water could absolutely destroy them. Oh, of course you have uneven socks. Bendy has Toon Force. Ooh.
Oh,
Didn't think about that.
That changes pretty much everything.
Yeah. Gonna have to go with Bendy. Toon Force is probably one of the air quotes one of the best air quotes superpowers that you could have.
Yeah, easily.
However, consider this. Uzi has plot armor.
Ooh, Toon Force versus plot armor.
The bend in the legs makes it really weird to know where the socks are supposed to end, especially because the murder drones don't have any discernible kneecaps. Sure, those look like socks. They look more like leg warmers, so Uzi's gonna be going to jazzercise. KyngPin, did you see my suggestion for Spooktober? I did not. I know you wrote something. I did not get the chance to read it all the way through. If you want to throw it in the chat again, so I can find it, that would be appreciated. But yeah, if any of you have any suggestions for October-based videos, feel free to leave them either in the chat or in the comments below, since it'll probably, or you could do both actually. But if they are in the comments after the stream ends, because can you actually write it comments in a live stream, or?
Yeah, I think so. I've done it before by accident, but I couldn't tell you how to do it on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not actually seeing a comment section to the stream. Interesting. But if that doesn't work, there's always I put out a community post yesterday. There, but once they're in a comment section, they're much easier for me to go back to and refer to. When they're in a live chat, it kind of gets lost a little bit. And so if it happens to scroll by without me seeing it, there's a chance I won't get to see it. I'm realizing I don't have a reference of Uzi. What would you call it? What is it? I don't know. You know what? Let's just look up Uzi. I'm sure the... I need your Eldritch Horror. LLDRITCH horror. It's a lot of fan art. Not quite what I need. Okay, doesn't help. Doesn't help. I'm gonna assume I had the actual episodes pulled up last time we did this, because I'm not getting very good reference images. Okay. Owen Williams with Spooked Over Upon Us. May I suggest doing a video including characters from analog horror videos like Walton Files or Harmony and horror characters as fantasy beasts or mech armors? Interesting. I don't know too much about why is the word escaping me? Analog horror. Yeah. But definitely could look something up. I personally, I cannot sit through analog horror. I've tried it on a few occasions. It freaks me out. I cannot do it. As fascinated I am with horror as a genre, I don't like it. I like it, but I can't handle it. It's so, I don't know. There's interesting concepts, but at the same time, not for me. I can't handle the scary.
Sure.
Yeah. But like the mascot horror, that's cool. That I don't mind. Analog mascot horror, though, no thank you. I don't like it. Please keep it away from me.
Well, YouTube, ironically enough, you typically have like less restrictions with what you can do for like as far as gores and scares go and that kind of stuff, as compared to like mainline cinema theater stuff.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know, just the ones I've seen have been very well done, that the creep factor is pretty good. I mean, like that Skibbity Toilet, that's a real analog horror series. They're They're making a movie on that.
Yep, they are. Here, Michael Bay is directing, because of course he is.
Is he? Wait, is that true?
Pretty sure, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Would not be surprised.
That's fair.
Wish I would be surprised.
Well, I have no intention of seeing it, so I simply will not. It's amazing how simple that is. If Professor Marcus Plague were to meet at least most of my OCs, he would classify them as SCPs and try his best to either throw hands with or contain them. Uh-oh. I accidentally just opened something. And I'm not sure if it screwed me up. Doesn't look like it, but yeah. I opened the, I hit some kind of button and opened the tablet settings. And I think I reconfigured the tablet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm drawing backwards now. Kingpin and Nerd, what are your wish list for a PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2 and an Xbox Smash Zones? Xbox Legends Fight Zone. Are you referring to like a fighting game of exclusively PS5 or Xbox characters? Because I'm on PC, so I probably won't know most of them. I know Spider-Man is air quotes PS5 exclusive, except he's not, because at least the first game is on Steam, so I don't know if that one would count. I think Astrobot, I believe is the name of it, that new game that just came out, would be pretty cool. I played the demo of that game years ago. Who else? I'd say, I'm actually forgetting the character's name. The antagonist of Just Cause, but that's not an exclusive game to Xbox. Oh, there's Gears of War, but I've never played that. I'm the worst nerd ever. I like things, but I don't participate in any things. I don't play games. I don't watch TV. Maybe that's why I like indie animation so much. It's the TV I've never got to experience because I've been on YouTube my whole life. And also, creative freedom of the creators. That's also a pretty big upside of it.
Yeah.
Do you have any characters for a fighting game?
Yeah, I'm looking. Currently, truthfully, not as familiar with Xbox as I am with other gaming things. Like, wait, is Cuphead Xbox? Yeah, I see it on a list, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it's exclusive, but it might be available on Xbox. Because I know I have it for the Switch. Oh god, I have it for the Switch.
Oh.
New boss level coming soon.
Yep, time to start the other round of assassinations.
I only say we should play it on boss level because I think I've touched it once and I need to make my money count for something. I'm sorry, did you class those damned singling toilets as an analog horror? Now I don't even feel like telling you about the yellow rabbit with a knife right behind you. Don't do that. Do not do that because that stuff freaks me out. I told stories on boss level earlier this year, or the end of last year, whatever it was. Our schedule's kind of crazy. But I go to the gym in the morning, and during the winter time, it's dark. It's dark by the time I wake up and leave the house for the gym. Complete pitch black. There's not even a hint of sunlight. And so I have to walk through this dark building until I get to the gym, all the way in the back. And I'm just like, the murder bunnies are gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, but look at it from this angle. If a murder bunny tries to kill you, then you can get the best workout of your life.
Cardio? There are two things keeping me from being murdered by yellow bunnies while I'm working out. A, listening to Ninja Sex Party, because nobody can kill you if the vibes are wrong. And B, the fact that I'm probably out of most murder rabbits' target age range. Other than that, I don't feel safe. I don't know if it's just the way the picture is, but if you look here, the fur on Uzi's... okay, it's behind it, but the fur on the bottom of Uzi's sweater almost looks cartoonish. Like, it almost looks cel-shaded. But that might just be because it's like a low-quality image and it doesn't have time to render all the details. But it looks like a completely different style than the rest of it. It's interesting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, we've gotten a decent amount sketched out. But my goodness, this is a lot more than I expected. KyngPin, speaking of boss levels, have you considered playing Still Wakes the Deep? It's a phenomenal horror game ripe for content. We have actually. It is on our list of games to play. At the moment, why are we not doing it? Ooh, actually, that might be a good replacement. We just currently... So, the problem with the only 4 uploads a week, and this can't be helped, because, you know, time is mean. And recording takes time, and so do other obligations of daily life. And so we can only meet every so often, and when we do, we can only play a certain number of games. But if we could meet more, I would absolutely love to do daily uploads on boss level. It's always been my dream to do a gaming channel with daily uploads, but time is evil and mean, and I don't like it. But the problem...
Time is the enemy of us all.
But the problem with the 4 uploads a week is that, like, you can only do so much without feeling like, oh, well, we don't want to bog down the content with, like, 6 series going on at the same time, or, like, we want to play through this game, and this is going to take this number of weeks, and all that kind of stuff. But we do really want to play Still Wakes the Deep. I hate that I'm saying that, because as I mentioned, I don't do well with horror.
If you watch boss level, no, he really doesn't.
I mean, so, wait, I feel like there was something recently we played that really got to me. But I've lost it. But I also, another subscriber, Ben, wanted us to play Phasmophobia. And so I'm like, oh, I'll play Phasmophobia VR by myself. Anything for content. And my only silver lining is we haven't been able to get the VR to work yet. So I'm safe for now. But overall, Still Wakes the Deep does look really cool. I know Jacksepticeye played it, and I've kind of been holding off watching it because I want to go in blind. But just like, you know, we gotta find time to sit down and play it. Also, I have no idea how long it is. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I will actually tweak our list to add you so we can let you know who suggested it. You guys, you really love putting Uzi up against different characters, don't you? Yeah, I saw Uzi versus Sans earlier. Once again, see, the problem with these who would win in a fight is I'm not very familiar with, what was the, Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes. I'm not very familiar with other characters because I don't know what Sans is capable of. I've never played Undertale. So, yeah. I'm going to go with Uzi just because I'm familiar with her, and also Raygun. But I also know that, like, Sans has, like, a 14-minute, or like a 12 to 14-minute boss battle. So that's kind of unfair. So that would probably give him the advantage there. Yeah. A tentative Sans. Maybe. All right, this is looking pretty cool so far, actually. I'm gonna add a little bit of fuzz to the bottom, just because I think some of it would peek out. What's Phasmophobia? Ingman Studios. Phasmophobia is it's a both regular and VR game, solely focused around ghost hunting. I don't know off the top of my head how much it uses your tech to generate the game, like if it can pick up the sounds you make through your microphone and stuff like that. But essentially, as you go through these different locations, and you have to use different traps and devices to determine what kind of entity is haunting the house, or haunting the whatever it may be, house, store, whatever. And you have to correctly guess what type of entity it is without dying. And you can, it's mostly played with friends, but unfortunately the nature of today's gaming society, where almost all multiplayer requires every person playing to own the game, it's that multiplayer is not viable at the moment. We've lucked out in some cases, like with Pico Park, no, not Pico Park, I'm sorry, Lethal Company, where most of us had the game already, so it was just like one or two people buying it. And like Jackbox, which only requires one person to play it, thank goodness. And other games that have allowed couch play, which, hey, games, do more of that. That was a really good time in gaming history. So quit it with the live services and give us more couch gameplay. Cool. So it's like a more edgy Ghostbusters. Yeah.
That's not an accurate description.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Ghostbusters without the Bill Murray.
So the Ghostbusters reboot, 2016. Oh wait, no, that one actually had Bill Murray. Hold up. Never mind, forgot I said that. So the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah. I know the 2016 one had Bill Murray, but it didn't have Bill Murray, his character. I believe it was just a cameo. I never saw it. I didn't even see the newest one. I only saw Afterlife, I think was the last one I saw. Which was all right. Nowhere near the original, but
Well, yeah, but that goes without saying.
Yeah, exactly. Lethal Park, Indigo Park, and Lethal Company fusion. New Jersey at one point in the 80s actually had a Lethal Park. It was called Action Park. Yeah, I don't know how that thing ever was a thing, but you know what? Checks out for Jersey.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was just a thing because Jersey.
Yeah. It's stuff like that that gives New Jersey a bad name. And also, you know, like the pork roll Taylor ham debate, that's pretty ridiculous. I love how I talk about New Jersey like I know what's going on. Did we finish sketching for the most part?
Think so?
Just whatever this is. I think that's part of the tail. I think the tail goes out, down, and around. Alright, overall, looks pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I think, maybe, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Think you're an investigator like in Sam and Colby, etc., using various methods to try and identify ghosts or demons. Yeah, something like that, Dempsey. I've never actually played it. I'm too scared to play it. I'm too scared to watch people play it. But you know, if one person from boss level, if one viewer from boss level wants us to play it, guess my hands are tied. Guess I'll have to. Oh boy. Frozen Empire's good, not quite the original level, but near there. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll check it out when I get time. I still want to watch Agatha All Along, but I bet you can guess how many episodes of that I've watched so far.
I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know. I don't really keep up with Marvel that much anymore. I don't really care, but I don't know. That one looks well done. Oh, and guess what? It's supposed to be a horror series, so... Good job, Kyle! I've seen it played. It's def gonna scare me to play it, but it looks cool. Yep, that is my mentality for most horror things. This is gonna scare me, but it looks cool. That's why I kind of mostly stick to just watching other people play it. It doesn't help at all, but it's slightly better than having to experience it firsthand. Well, obviously at top is the original, then I'd say Frozen Empire, then Afterlife, then Ghostbusters 2, and then Answer the Call? Was that the name of the 2016 one? I thought it was just called Ghostbusters. You're talking about Action Park CEO drinking with William Afton, right? What? Did I miss something?
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me, but also...
Huh? Boss level Elden Ring gameplay, full playthrough plus DLC. Then, we have 4 episodes of Lies of P, which is roughly the same type of game on it. We couldn't even get through that. It took us 2 episodes to beat the first boss. If you want boss level to post nothing but Elden Ring content for the next 5 years, then sure, we'll play all of Elden Ring. We'll become a babbling mess by episode 5 after all our sinuses backfire and we're left legally brain dead. And probably...
For context.
What?
For context, didn't... Like today, you just released the second part of the 2 episodes it took you to go through 1 level of something.
Human Fall Flat. Yeah, today's entire episode was 1 level. When we were playing and I'm like, the other 2 or the other 3 or however many we got through in the first episode were not this long. Why is this one like a feature-length movie? But at least that one has like an end. It has like actual answers to the puzzles. And although the gameplay is very heavy on the ragdoll physics, it's at least meant to be played that way. Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Lies of P, all the Souls-like games are made poorly and are meant to be unfair. And apparently that's a feat of game design that people seem to love, but I do not. I don't get it. Why would I want to play your game if you've designed it for me to be at such a disadvantage? Just my personal opinion. Lies of P, I love the art style of it. I cannot play that game. The resetting enemies every time you die is just, it's not fun. A game is not fun if there's just no progress to be made. If all the progress you make is undone every time you mess up just a little bit, I don't understand the fun in that. And so despite how much I love, how much I thoroughly enjoyed playing Poppy Playtime, Miss Delight was awful because there was no progress. If you messed up, you were back at the start of the Miss Delight chase. There was no sense of, oh, I'm making progress, I'm getting better. It was just, you do it, if you mess up, that's too bad. Sorry, things got a little crazy there for a second. But no, overall, in seriousness, Lies of P, aesthetically speaking, great looking game. Poppy Playtime, I don't know, just colorful and fun. And I really like that. I don't know. It's just, I think Chapter 3 was the best chapter of Poppy's so far. And I'm excited for when Chapter 4 comes out. Just because it's kind of like a boss level thing now. We're just playing it. But I don't know. There's just... some games do some things that I don't find enjoyable. But I'm not going to let that sully the game as a whole. I still think a game could be good and have 1 or 2 things that don't particularly speak to you. Then, what about Another Crab's Treasure? I know Nate wanted to play that game. It is a Souls-like, so I'm a little iffy to play it. At least not to play it through to completion. Because that'll take forever. Because it is a Souls-like. But, like I said, overall the game actually looks really, I don't know if heartfelt is the right word, but it looks like a fun game. Like a game that is well made, but also doesn't look like it would take itself too seriously. I saw the Game Grumps play through like the first few little bit of it when they did their episodes, but I don't know if I can withstand playing that one through to completion. KyngPin Creation, I could tell how much you hated her because of every time you called it a C word. Nope. Owen, don't mistake that. That was definitely not me. I do not, I don't particularly like saying that word, so I avoid it. Okay, I'm gonna say it's not me. There's a very good chance we recorded that a long time ago, so I could have easily forgotten, but I can say with almost certainty that one was not me. I tend to not use that word. I just watch as somebody's just like, all right, you want to bet? Goes, watches through the old videos, like, here's every time you said it. I sure hope.
Yeah, that'll start the compilation now.
I really sure hope that's not the case. I don't know. I've gone back and watched the Mr. Light video a few times, just to see, like, was it as bad as we thought? It was. But, like, I don't remember myself usually saying that word, but like I said, I don't know if... We've recorded so much boss level, I'm sure I can't say for certain if I've never said it, but... Yeah, I don't know. If you want to make me look bad, feel free to check out boss level. Yeah. No, let's chat, let's refrain from even subtly spelling things out in the chat. KyngPin Creations, I want to keep at least somewhat family friendly. But not advertised towards kids. Because YouTube, people can't comment on videos advertised towards kids. So KyngPin Creations is family don't worry about it, Ben. KyngPin Creations is family friendly, but not marketed to kids. There's a fine line in the YouTube, in the holy book of YouTube, that separates the two. Boss level, on the other hand, is 100% made for kids. Okay, maybe not.
Probably not.
So 13 plus at best. Yes, KyngPin Creations is rated PG-13. We get one F word per video. Are her arms too short? Not her arms, her... Yeah. I mean, this one's fine. This sleeve is a little short, but it's not that big of a deal. Boss level is for adults, KyngPin. That's what they want you to think. But actually, boss level is marketed towards dogs. That's our main target audience. the 118 people who have decided to subscribe, that was just a bonus. We're really catering to the local animal shelters. Not all the episodes are do well. The yelling really scares the dogs, so we might have to rework our intro if we want to get our, I almost said approval rating up. I have a question, Nerd and KyngPin. How do I get faster at drawing?
I have zero clue.
Okay, well, I was going to leave it to you, Nerd, because I have zero clue.
Like,
go ahead, you first.
okay, I don't really have anything, honestly. Wish I had advice.
That's fair. Ark, unfortunately, we're not able to answer your question, but YouTube would definitely be a good place to start. Just all you got to do is type in learn to draw faster, something like that, and you'll probably find a few good videos. But Ark, I think you're doing pretty good. The fact that you could bang out a fully complete piece in a 3-hour or so stream, you draw at a pretty good rate. Of course, if you want to get faster, by all means, go for it. But I think you're doing pretty good, all things considered, at the moment. Me, however, I definitely need to learn how to draw faster, because we are an hour and 15 minutes into this stream, and we have done sketching and some line art. Chat, what is your opinion on the Amazing Digital Circus coming to Netflix? I thought it was a hoax when I first saw it on Reddit a couple weeks ago, and then they confirmed it, and I'm like, oh, interesting. I like that Netflix approached them, and so therefore Glitch and Goosework still have full creative control over the show, because as we've seen in the past, Netflix is not exactly batting 1,000 when it comes to shows and creative decisions. So I
not
like
exactly.
What?
I said not exactly, no.
Yeah. I do like the fact that Netflix gave them, let them keep full creative control. And I was a little iffy about it, but like I've seen things as like, well, not everyone is on YouTube all the time, so this is a good way to get your show out to other people. Which, you know what, that's fair. You put your heart and soul into something, you want as many people to see it as possible. I don't know of any other places, but I've considered doing other things or putting KyngPin on other platforms. Kind of like how Popcross did with Vigilance and Myth the Lethal on Spotify. Or, I don't know about Spotify, but like as a podcast in general. We should ask him how that's going. See if it's a viable strategy, Nerd.
Yeah, no. Next time he's about in the group chat, I'll probably ask him.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Popcross, anybody see the Vigilance book yet? It looks pretty cool.
Yep.
That being said, please no spoilers. I have one episode left. I'm this close to. I'm working on playing catch up, but it's not as easy as it may seem. So I have one 50-minute episode left, and then I will be caught up with Vigilance, and then move on to Mytho-Lethal, and then at some point start watching Starseed Psyche. The fact that Gooseworks said she'll make TADC bad on purpose if the community misbehaves as fandom is still funny to me. I am inclined to agree with her. While I personally don't think I could sabotage my creative work just to spite misbehaving people, fandoms can get crazy. And it's unfortunate that it's a thing that has to be said. But like, just why can somebody not, like, why can the internet not enjoy something without going full crazy and sending death threats and arguing with people? Like,
Yeah.
For the most part, none of it's real. So just sit down,
Just
watch
kill
the thing.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Just watch the thing, enjoy the thing, no one has to die. It's not that hard of a concept.
And if you disagree with an opinion or what somebody thinks about it,
Cope, I guess.
don't engage. Like, it costs literally nothing to just be like, okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna remove it from my vision. I don't know. I blame, I'm sure, or I know it is, I blame the anonymity of the internet. That has created things that
Oh yeah, most definitely.
that has been, I'm sure, like, there have always been toxic fandoms, but now everybody has easier access to one another, and for the most part, generally zero consequences for disagreeing with someone. How did you react when Fat Mojo said they were gonna make TDAC merch? I'm not familiar with who or what that is. I haven't actually heard anything about that, so my reaction was nothing. Because I'm sorry, Inkman Studios, I'm just not familiar with Fat Mojo. I don't even know if that's like a person or a brand. Okay, seems to be a brand. Okay, not really keen on entering my email address just to access the website. All right. I'll tell you now, Inkman Studios, my first reaction of Fat Mojo is skeptical that they're making me enter my name and email just to enter their site. That's a little weird to me. But as long as it's like official merch, I don't know if it's a huge deal. Unless they're like a bad company, and then I don't know. But from the little research I did, it looks like they're working with Ban, Poppy Playtime, stuff like that. Then I think it's justified though, like the whole fundamental paper education thing and how the creator lost interest in fleshing it out because one of the main issues is the fandom and how crazy it has become. What, I'm trying to remember what specifically I said that you would be saying is justified then. Because
I think that'd be referring to purposely making the series bad.
Oh. Yeah, no, I would say that's justified. Like,
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something I would do just out of spite.
yeah. I don't think I have that wherewithal. I couldn't imagine, like, I haven't really finished. No, that's not even true. But like, there's a lot of things I've air quotes started that I haven't finished, like sports activities and stuff. That I've just kind of like gotten bored of, but like, I don't know, more recently I've been a lot more serious about creating things and storytelling. So I've also started getting I've started seeing more and more how much time behind the scenes goes into these big projects. So I personally couldn't imagine being like, all right, I have this thing planned out. I've been working on it for 5 years. I start putting it out into the world. Oh, people hate it. Let me get rid of all those 5 years of planning and hard work just to tell these people that, hey, stop it. But I can totally understand. I could totally understand why somebody would do that. And I would love to if I didn't have screw it. I'll call it attachment issues to the things I create. King Creations, important question. Would it be out of character for Professor Marcus Plague to blow a corpser's head off with a gun willingly? Would it be out of character? Nah, I don't think it might be a little extreme, but I wouldn't call it out of character. It's not something that would be like, oh yeah, Professor Marcus Plague, it's a normal day, bang bang bang. But in like an extreme case, the stakes are raised, stuff like that, he'd be like, well, guess it's time to die. Boom. But no, it definitely wouldn't. Marcus Plague would definitely not be opposed to dishing out some. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Nah, the Professor Marcus Plague would be A-okay playing judge, jury, and executioner with a corpser. Now, for these, I could use the circle element, but I'm lazy, so I'm just going to freehand them. Have you gotten a chance to see Meta Runner yet? Not yet. It is on my list though. Right now, like I've mentioned, I've been catching up with Popcross. I've gotten into watching Jacksepticeye again, which is fun, but also like, I watch it, I'm like, well, now I miss my childhood. Things were simpler back then. And now I've just made myself sad.
Bring on the depression.
Woo! But yeah, I would like to see it. KyngPin, to be honest, if that happens to me, I would not care less that the series is being hated. Yeah. Oh. You all heard nothing.
I heard something, I'm just not sure what it was.
That would have been me whacking into a water bottle quite a huge water bottle, as you can see, and knocking it over, and it almost rolled off onto the floor. Sorry, Ark, before I was rudely interrupted by a water bottle. I don't know. I personally, once again, actions speak louder than words, so I could say something, but that means nothing. But I don't know. I think I could handle, like, a series being hated. I just couldn't bring myself to intentionally sabotage it to spite a group of people. But on the other hand, I don't think people should just be able to get away with being mean and rude to people just because of an opinion or a shared interest or whatever. So I'll gladly ruin somebody else's show to spite a fandom. No, I'm kidding. I just don't. I don't like being a spiteful person. So that is my take on the matter. Think it would be out of character. Well, I have plans for him to fight in my fanfic that I just want to know. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right, Owen. I believe I think Marcus Plague would be all right gunning down an escaped SCP and maybe an unescaped SCP too. He seems like he'd be that kind of guy. Who here grew up watching Dan TDM? I did. I don't know if I ever finished it, but I spent hours watching his... I think it was his Xbox specific Minecraft run through. Dang it, that was good. Please hold for 1 second. I want to see how much Dan TDM. Dan, how much of that Minecraft survival on Xbox have you played? Minecraft. This was years ago. I'm gonna have to scroll a lot. Okay, there we go. I've reached the bottom of the playlist. Xbox. Where is it? 86 videos. Obviously, it's not on this account, so I don't know where I left off, but yeah, this was great. Dan TDM's Xbox series was awesome. For those of you wondering, it was last updated 9 years ago. 2015, I believe that makes it. No, 2013? Wait, how does math work? Because 10 years... Assuming the video was posted on January 1st, because I know YouTube doesn't update until it's hit the full time cycle. So, assuming it's January 1st, 2024, minus 9 years would be 15. Yes, because then January 1st, 2025 hits, it would change to 10 years. Yes, okay, it was 2015. These art streams have small educational moments built into them. I'd say sponsored by, but for the life of me, I could not think of a learning academy type place. KyngPin Creations, sponsored by Khan Academy. Which is funny, because Uzi's father's name is Khan. It all comes together. Watched him a lot as a kid, yeah. What broke? I don't... Fingers crossed, nothing broke. I just dropped something very heavy, and it just rattled the desk a little bit. I hope everything's intact. If not, that's an issue. KyngPin, what would Professor Marcus Plague think of Angelic Demon? Sorry if you answered, but I couldn't find his thoughts on him. Try to think. I know I gave notes, like I read through what you wrote in the March community redraw, or the KyngPin recreations, where you had to design your own SCPs. Professor Marcus Plague definitely, air quotes, interacted with, what's-his-face, Angelic Demon, in that episode. But I'm not sure if I gave actual thoughts on him. Can't remember. I'll have to go back and look and see what I wrote. Professor Marcus Plague coming in with nothing but the 9 and a time manipulating duck is such a power move. Oh, that's awesome. Now I gotta write a story where Professor Marcus Plague gets a 9. Nerd. Would you say a doctor is like a step down from a professor in terms of titles?
I mean, technically, I'm pretty sure they're essentially the same title. Like, in order to be a professor, you have to have a doctorate in most cases.
Right.
Not.
Okay. I'll put it out there. It's not a big deal. I've realized, I forget when it was, probably a couple weeks ago, but I realized that I could have easily just made his name Plague Doctor, or like a reference to that. But I went with Professor, and now it doesn't work. And it's not like I can change it because his name is Professor Marcus Plague, and only Professor Marcus Plague. So, my hands are kind of tied.
No, trapped in a corner by your own writing.
Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest fears of writing, writing myself into a corner and be like, alright, I have no idea how to solve this.
Yeah, just look, you have to have a doctorate degree to be a professor, so same thing.
Gotcha.
Of course, it depends on what type of doctorate you have, and etc.
Right.
But all of that.
Got it. Thank you. You're no match for me. Pulls out a gun and points it to the SCP. Marcus Plague, probably. Yeah, I can see that happening. I mean, Professor Marcus Plague literally said at the end of the last lecture, he's like, hey, don't tell anyone. If you want to see what this SCP can, this time-freezing duck can do, meet me here. So he really doesn't care about the foundation rules. So if he had to maybe take out an SCP, I don't know if he would hesitate. All right, and in Nerd, I just read your message. Oh, that's funny. Professor Marcus Blake to the corpsers. Today, my doctorate is in pain. Pulls out the 9 duck scare. And the professor is in. Oh my gosh.
Oh, see, now you have to make it canon. He just canonically carries a Glock on him at all times.
Quite possibly. I love how, like, Professor Marcus Blake is just becoming, like, this character by committee. Like, anything that happens is solely through...
Yeah. His entire characterization
is just through the community saying, like, oh, he'd probably do something like
it's
this.
all of his
That's actually not a bad idea to keep as a character.
Just all of his characterization is, and then the chat said.
Exactly. I like how it went from talking about horror games to talking about Professor Marcus Blake back in Eve. If you had told KyngPin, if you had told KyngPin Creations 8 or 10 months ago that this character would just be like, everyone's like, this is the character, this is what he does, he's off the walls, I would not have believed you. Especially since
this is the character. He's a Jersey scientist. His weapons are a duck and a Glock. Go with that what you will.
Is that what that accent is? Is that a Jersey accent?
I think it's supposed to be like a stereotypical Jersey accent. I don't actually know.
I don't know either, and I'm the one who came up with it. All right, I guess another new Professor Marcus Blake characterization, originally from Jersey.
And that does explain the Glock.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know how this would work, especially probably at least for me. I'm sure somebody with more experience in storytelling, quick thinking, and comic writing, that would be very interesting. You have a comic, and you have a character within the comic, and then you just live stream the creation of that process. And you have like a story written out, but this one character, all of his actions are determined by a vote from a live stream chat.
Why do I feel like by the end of this is gonna become some weird D&D campaign?
Oh, wow, that's not a bad idea. Once again, I know nothing about running a D&D campaign. But dang it, that would be really cool. All right. This is gonna be interesting. I feel like I should have drawn that out, but it's fine. We don't need to draw it out. We'll do this. Solid color, you, and then we'll We'll turn you off. We'll turn the background to a darker color, and then we'll boom, and then we'll boom, and then, it's not exactly, but we'll try it. We'll do a vertical symmetry. We'll hide the absolute solver, and then we'll go bang. Okay, turn off the, there we go. And then down. Nope, see? And then down, and then square. Wow, I can't draw a straight line for the life of me. Square. It's fine. It kind of looks like it's spray painted on, so we'll roll with that. Square. Alright. But one day I don't have my Uzi sweatshirt on me. That would be really good for a reference right now. Uzi Dorman. Trying to get the little... Oh, that is just the same picture. Okay, that's actually a good one. Okay, open image in new tab. Zoom and enhance. I accidentally zoomed out. Okay, I can't zoom in anymore. This is as good as we're gonna get it. Okay, there actually looks to be spaces in between on the top and bottom. Yeah. So we'll draw those. It's also a little drippy. There's a lot of like, oh, no. And then we turn off the symmetry. And there's this to it. And then there's a little like dial here. Yeah, it's coming together. And then it's like dripping. Just trail off. And it's, oh, but then we need the bone, so it's like boom, boom. Oh, what happened to my smoothing? It's coming together, it's looking good. We got the bones. Uzi versus Dresden Oakland. Who wins in a fight? Dresden. I don't know why, I just think so. Originally from Jersey, now he lives in Texas. Marcus Plague. Professor Marcus Plague, I've come here to chew bubblegum and capture SCPs. Cocks a shotgun, and I'm all out of bubblegum. That's a good reference, Ark. I like that one a lot. That was a good movie, too. If anyone has the chance to see a movie, They Live, highly recommend it. Uzi versus Dresden Oakland, who would win the fight? If Doc Plague were to be in a situation where he'd go trigger happy, he would be the type to yell out "Glah glah glah." For just eyeing this, I gotta say, this is actually looking pretty cool. Let's turn that speed.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Thank you. The dripping is a little hard, but I think that's good enough to turn into a smart object, bring back our line art, and our colors, or our rough colors. Oh yeah, you're a smart object, so if you don't need to. And then boom, and then boom, and then it's like boom, and it's like boom, and then boom. But then it's like boom, because we made it way too big. And then it's like, bring it over a little bit to the left, and it's like, bam. Done. Might be a little high up, but I don't care. Alright, back to the flats. We need lots of silver, and off-white colors. Winged Uzi. I don't know. My money's still going for Dresden. I feel like he has a lot of experience at the SCP Foundation that would give him the upper hand in the situation. Okay, we need weapons to fight the corpsers. Way ahead of you. Oh, I'm sorry. Pulls back coat, revealing a full arsenal of firearms. That's why Professor Marcus Plague has 2 coats on, so he can carry double the amounts of firearms. I really want to do like some cool abstract background. However, that means no. Let's lay down the character's base colors first. Then we will apply lighting effects. I think that's the best bet. Dresden owns a Sivali, and you just put him up against someone who can't move at Mach speeds. Somebody who can move at Mach speeds, fly, and make black holes. That is a very valid point. I guess also especially since what happened in the finale. It's possible. I don't know. I feel like that is a hard question. I feel like it could actually go either way. And I know you're this color. The coloring is a little too blue saturated, but I think it's fine. Excuse me. I am eepy today. KyngPin, I am working on a comic panel for Angelic Demon, but it's only work in progress, and I don't like it, so I will retry it later. Yeah, that's all good, Arc. That's something that's actually a very good thing to have. If you don't like a particular art piece, it is always good to take a step back from it for a little while, go do something else, and then come back to it, reevaluate it, and then see what you like and what you don't like about it. Because it is very hard to be like, I just finished this after 6 hours of straight working. I don't love it, but I can't tell why I love it. Let me just erase this and try that and this and the other thing, and then you've just completely ruined the piece. Whereas if you finished it, you're like, all right, not entirely 100% on this. Let me go do something else, eat a food or something, come back and be like, all right, got a fresh set of eyeballs. Let me look at this guy. Okay, well, I can see that this is a little bit off, and this perspective is a little weird. So let me just adjust this, that, and the other thing. So yeah. On the other hand, I cannot wait to see it because comics are awesome. Okay. I took a quick peek at the art showcase, and Discord told me that there was 20 plus messages, and I got a little scared.
Oh boy.
It's mostly just people chatting. I thought it was gonna be like, here's 20 new artworks. I'm like, we better start the artist showcase now if that's the case.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the midnight stream.
I have things to do. I'm behind on next week's video already. But that's mostly my fault because, like, I was up till 1 in the morning last night. Because I had to prepare for boss level stream. Well, I didn't have to. I started preparing, and then I got very carried away. By the way, boss level 1 year anniversary stream coming this Tuesday, 8:15, 8:30-ish Eastern Time. Uzi, where's the rest of your leg?
That's always a good question.
Because, like, the tail is... I guess I just extend you like that a little bit. Yeah, that could probably cover for it. Yeah, that looks like a leg, maybe. I don't know. It's tucked in the corner. Who cares?
Out of sight, out of mind, all of that stuff.
What was that?
I said out of sight, out of mind, and all that stuff.
Exactly. Psychoparadolic versus Bill Cipher.
Psycho, easily.
Really? I was gonna go the other way. I was gonna say Bill Cipher.
The thing is, Psychoparadolic attacks his victims mostly by exploiting trauma, and Bill Cipher has a lot of trauma, so...
Ooh.
Figured that would have to be one of the easier ones.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good answer. Might brighten those up a little bit. Eyes look a little dull. All of the fan favorites / goofy guys / Benny Sharp rivals, Biomex Venom symbiotes and sick mech armors. Meanwhile, Dr. Plague shotgun, kaboom. Professor Marcus Plague easily solos the entire Sharp gang with one gun. Pop Cross, I got a crossover idea for you. Let's make it happen. You think? I don't think you don't think Pop Cross would go for that, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think he'd appreciate you coming and shooting all of his characters up.
Hey, I know you've built this entire world and storyline for like the past 5 years. What if this one guy came in and just destroyed everything? You ever hear of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe? Let's do that.
Yeah. Mark's Plague kills the Pop Cross verse. Let's go. Sorry, just had to write something totally unrelated down. Is your hair
purple? Or
I
like...
think that's the color it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks almost like a lavender. Just looking at the reference image on stream here, though.
Yeah. It's like a... Good. It's very dark, so it's a little hard to tell, but it's... I mean, this is just color picked, but the problem with color picking, especially from 3D animation, is you're picking a color that's affected by the surrounding lighting. So it's not going to be the true shade of what it actually is. But this does look pretty close, and with shading I think we could make it work. Because it's easier for some, like N's hair is relatively silver, so you can at least get into a ballpark with him. This one's a little bit difficult, because it's much darker back here, but much lighter over here. Ooh. I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm so sleepy today. KyngPin Corpser, Nexus. You are out of time, Professor. Holds a captured duck scare in its tentacle. Plague. I may be out of time. Nope, that is Benny Sharp. Not Benny Sharp. Professor Marcus Plague is a hard voice to get into for some reason. Like, out of all the voices I do, I think 51 is the easiest to just immediately jump into. Professor Marcus Plague takes a little bit of time. Professor Marcus Plague. I may be out of time. No, it's gotta go deeper. I may be out of time. No, that's not right. Please hold while I find a reference for my own voice, for my own character.
The middle one almost sounded like Kronk on Helium.
Oh yeah, it's all. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. What do you sound like?
Objects for entertainment, such as
Objects for entertainment. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. We're into it now. All right. Where was the quote? Well, what was I reading? Oh yeah, I may be out of time, but I ain't out of options. Starts blasting. Bill would use the Archons as action figures to play with them. Oop. But Cypher is much more powerful and could easily one-shot him if he wanted to. Plus, his soul can freaking regenerate. Ooh.
I mean, his soul can only regenerate if he makes a deal with the Cosmic Axolotl, which is a sentence I say completely unironically.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That is a plot of the show. Ooh, what if I do that? We're nowhere near it, but what if, like, the background is like... Wow, we still have a lot to color in. What if the background is just like... Boom. And then... And then... Boom. And it's like, boom, big black hole behind her. And then we'll make this a little less... So like there's a differentiation. Very similar to what I did with the Sin Dragon, but I still think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Something like that maybe. And then, I don't know. Uzi has already taken up a lot of the screen, but like we could take it and be like Sin's tentacles are just like wah wah wah. Okay, maybe not like that, but you get the idea. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure out the background later. There's a chance we might not even finish this in this stream. We're not even on to flats. We're still moving to the where the colors are gonna go initially.
Yep.
This is good practice and all, but my goodness, does this take so much longer? Alright, I don't need to worry about erasing those. We'll get those in when we actually lay down the flats. This is just to get an idea because there's a lot of complicated moving parts to this, which on a normal basis would be fine, but the problem is I don't know what the specific colors I need to be using are. So that really makes it a little difficult to jump right into the flatting stage. Make it glow. That's interesting. Weird. The chat took a little bit to catch up. Blake. So I've got an AK-47, a duck scare, and a Glock. So which one are we using? No. Which ones are we using first? What does this thing on your tail look like? Nope, that's a crow. That's nope. Okay. Well, that's just a figurine. And that's just a marketable plushie. Okay, well that didn't help. Alright, what episode do you use the tail for, but you're not going to give me a good color range? Do you use it in the final battle? Okay, that's Sin. No, pickaxe. Right, you don't really use it. Oh, you would use it in episode 7. That would be a good area to check. Sorry, the amount of times I gotta backtrack to get references is insane. You would think that 2 or 3 that I've gathered would be enough, but no, there's so many extra parts to it.
Yeah, it's never enough. Never enough reference images.
That's for sure. Okay. When do you fight? Start fighting. Start doing the fighty things. Start making some wings or something. Nope, no wings.
Come on, just kill each other already. We don't have all day.
Exactly. I can't be watching through the entire series. Okay? Well, of course, they're best in a red light, so I can't even get the correct type of...
Ugh.
Are you kidding me?
Looking at reference images of the tail, but I can't find anything like official.
Yeah, there's no... I don't know. You know what? This isn't official or anything. I'm just gonna reuse some of the colors we got here. Wait a minute. I drew a picture of Dragon Uzi. I'm sure I used similar, close enough colors to that. I could just check my own video. Alright, it looks like it's a gray. So I'm gonna stick with... I'm just gonna make it the same color as the hands.
That would make sense.
If Glitch gets mad at me, well, hey, thank you for stopping by and watching the stream. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me for using the wrong colors. Also, if you need voice actors, call me. My number is up here on the screen. Not gonna do that.
Yeah, no.
Axolotl, my time has come to burn. I invoke the ancient power that I may return. Initial colors are flats. Well, Dempsey, these are the initial colors. They're the colors before the colors. What did I use for your teeth? Did I use regular teeth things, or did I... Nope, I didn't include teeth at all. Go me. Alright, you get, I don't know, silver teeth. I don't know. I shouldn't be phoning it in. It is a very prominent part of the piece. So if it does look wrong, then that's not good. I don't know about that. That doesn't look great. Yeah. Not the best. I'll try and revisit it if I can. Okay, in all honesty, if Professor Marcus Plague were to have the combat level with that of the Sharp Gang, he would basically be a Trigun character, which would be sick. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. The only thing I'm not loving right now is the head on the tail. I don't think the colors work. Other than that, though, this looks good. Alright. Let's see how well I did my line art. Nope. Already a mistake. Dang it. I'm trying a lot to get better at keeping my line art closed. And more solid. I've noticed, or I've come up with a way that somewhat cuts down significantly on the flatting process, which is good because for something like this, my god, I don't want to think about how long the flatting could have possibly taken. Filter, expand. You're not particularly bigger, but I'm feeling like you might need to be expanded to 8 pixels instead of the usual 5. Why would I go for the near white color first in the flatting? I'm barely going to be able to see it make a difference. Alright, I take that back. That's a pretty big difference. I will show you 2 chapters just to tell you this concept idea. Awesome! Sounds awesome. I can't wait to see it. Gotta go. Bye. See y'all later. See ya, Nikolai. Sorry I didn't say it before. Yeah. see you in the video tomorrow, hopefully. I think that tomorrow's video is going to be a particularly good one. I think all the art came out pretty cool. And I like where the story's going. All right, everybody. This is from Ven, by the way. All right, everybody. New art prompt. You know what to do. Dr. Plague being an absolute master of firearms and duck scare. These eyes already just need to have a different stroke on them. Shameless plug. Hey, KyngPin. Hey, Ben, how's it going? Well, glad you could join the stream. We're doing pretty good so far. We are at 2 hours and 16 minutes. Maybe we'll go for 3 hours and pick this up again. I really want to do what Dempsey has been doing lately and doing one character per stream, but I don't know if that's possible tonight at least. If anything, I might have, if I want that to happen, I might have to start streaming sooner. Because these splash arts take significantly longer than a regular video or a regular just character design would. But I really want to get better at posing and backgrounds. This one, there's a lot being taken up by the character, so I don't know if a background other than a simple abstract one would really be it would barely be seen is the main thing. So yeah, maybe we'll just stick with the one we had before this one. But right now we got to finish up the flatting. Hopefully we can get that done before the end of the stream. What would I call this? Hands and head. What do I call this one? Sweater. And you know the best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. You need... It was in the chat for the Premier's chat. Not sure what that's talking about. Benjamin, I was going to ask where you were. Great job so far. And the colored teeth. And colored the teeth with a little bit of dark bluish. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I'll give that a try. At a birthday party for my cousin. Awesome. I hope you're having a good time. All right, new art prompt. Got that one. Thunderbirds, is that a xenomorph, tyrant, and crabdozer, Taresk, Nemesis, Slenderman breaking into your house? I swear, Ben's creatures are getting longer and longer with each stream. Sweater stripes. KyngPin, maybe make a character that is an ally to your folklore narrator and is a mystical plague doctor. Ooh. That could work.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Aravi is a sidekick, or at least was in the first episode. Don't know if I'm gonna have her stick around, only because she's not an original character.
Yeah.
She was more for the sake of the episode, and one of my favorite drawings is literally hanging up right there. It is so cool. I love it so much. And then, of course, there's... move out of the way, like Sergeant Brass Panda over here. And then there's something else I did years ago. But yeah. But I don't know if she's going to be part of an overarching story with to be named. There's one thing I need more desperately than narrator designs. It's narrator names.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because there's 50-51, which technically count as names. Professor Marcus Plague. I almost said Julie. Katie Damon, which is pseudo-narrator. Ivan a Clue. And then the nameless fantasy beast. The nameless folklore. The not even introduced mech armor. But I'm still... Mech armors is like one of those things I'm just like, kind of scared to get into. Actually, that's not true. The reason I'm not doing mech armors more so is because I feel like, hey, there's so many characters. Let's get used to these ones and then we'll bring in a character. Because I'm just starting to pick up 50 and 50's one story. I'm just starting to... Plague really doesn't have an overarching theme. Unfortunately,
Plague's overarching theme is going to be how many character traits can chat give me by the end of this year?
That's true. I mean, theme isn't the right word, but like Plague's Professor Marcus Plague's first character arc ended up being the Corpser, where he got duck scared, and so technically the first completed story arc, despite the fact that it was so short, is Professor Marcus Plague and the Corpser. Not my original intention. Well, I really didn't know which one I was going to do first, but like, yeah, there's a completed arc on the channel, which is kind of cool. Why did you select the whole thing? What are you not connected to? Nope, just clicked wrong. I know I said I found a way to speed up my flatting process, but that doesn't account for external distractions. So light seems to be coming more from the top here. So we'll do it like that. Why did you say there we go. Wow, you actually named your layers? That's so cool. I don't know what that is, and I get lost. I only name the layers sometimes in the flatting stage. Everything else is, I mean, just take a look at my layers. Yeah, okay, you can't see the layers. Look at my construction layers. I don't know what any of these things are. This one, only the big ones I can tell. Okay, this one's the head because I can clearly see. But like the wings, yeah, but like most of these, I don't know what these go to. It gets a little complicated when you're really trying to figure out how the whole piece is supposed to come together when you can't even figure out what you're clicking on or what layer you're even drawing on. KyngPin, it's okay, you're doing amazing, and we just want to hear your voice and your amazing story, so I don't mind being in stream with the same character. Thank you, Ark, I appreciate it. What else is this color? It's you. And you. Ooh, that wasn't properly connected. And I guess to an extent you. And I guess to another extent the wings are also the same color. that is going. Oh, why are you not? What are you not connected to? Oh, you. It is a sliver. It is a gap that is this big, and it won't fill. Thanks, Photoshop. This is why I'm considering switching to Clip Studio Paint. I'm actually considering switching over to Clip Studio Paint for other reasons, but we'll pretend that it's for that reason too. It's hard to tell with this. Okay, definitely need to reverse it. Yeah, I think that's a good color. Arms, legs, and wings. Arms. Into line art. See, this is the only reason I can't use these as time lapses, because I zoom in and out way too frequently. Alright, boom, magic wand, boom. It's not connected. Why do you do this to me? You know, learning how to like color in the lines and stay connected is something they teach in kindergarten. Just saying.
They do, yeah.
I must have skipped that year. Oh, why are you not connected? Can't you tell when I want to? I thought you were supposed to be smart, Photoshop. What's the point of AI if you can't even tell where I'm supposed to be connecting lines? Okay, third time's the charm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know if I want to try those ones back there. No. Oh gosh, what happened? There we go. That worked out surprisingly well. Actually, name your letters is okay. Doc Plague dressing up as a plague doctor on Halloween. That would be cool. KyngPin, and may I ask how the redraw is going and hope there's no issues? Nope. All good. Redraw is set and ready. It's actually set up as a premiere already. If you go onto the channel, it's the latest video. It's upcoming 4 o'clock tomorrow. Be there or be scared. I forgot to expand the selection. But yeah, no, the redraw recreations was really good. I'm really excited for it. I think all the art turned out really good. The story I think you're gonna love, and I'm trying a little something new, a little new element with the whole format of the video. I'm interested to see how you like it. It's not too much of a little extra work, or it won't be once they're all curated. I would have to spend some time making the assets, but no, other than that, it doesn't take too long to make them. I was able to do it this time, and it required 3. It required me to make 3 of them. Why am I being secretive? What I'm working on is, or what I added to this video is, there's still the camera of me, which, give or take, I don't know how that's gonna end up going, but there's little icons over my shoulder, just like headshots of the characters, or all the characters featured in the video, in a much more simplistic style, but there's little headshots in, sorry, my camera's flipped, I keep going to the wrong one. There's like little headshots right here, and it cycles depending on which character is speaking. I think it's a good idea for the future. I think 50 and 51 are pretty distinct in their voices that you don't need a visual aid to tell who's talking, but later down the line, if there's ever two characters, I want to make sure everybody knows who's saying what. So we're trying this out. There's a little guys over my shoulders of 50 and 51, and it's going to go back and forth, depending on who's talking. It's very similar. It's the same vein of what I did for the Deadpool as Demons episode, with the cameo from Dempsey at it, where they were coming in and out depending on who was talking, but that took a long time for just even that 3-minute segment. So to do that for an entire episode would be too much, so it's just gonna cut in between the different characters. I think it's really cool. I like the way the little headshots turned out, and interested to see what y'all think. It shouldn't be distracting to the video itself at all. Then Professor Marcus Plague would dress as Duck Scare. And Duck Scare dresses as Professor Marcus Plague. I'm so bad with names. So sorry I can't help you, KyngPin. Oh, you mean in the recreations? Nah, don't worry about it, Ark. You're all good. It was a really cool design. I really liked it. And your design a lot gave me Soul Eater vibes, Ark, because of your entry, and how it was based off of a crescent moon, with a face, Soul Eater moon. If anyone's unaware, this is what the moon in Soul Eater looks like. Literally, the sun and the moon in that series have faces on them for some reason. But Ark, your submission reminded me a lot of this, which I thought was really cool. Oh, also, if you want to see what the sun looks like, there you go. I don't know why the mangaka did this, whose name I'm forgetting at the moment, but yeah, this is just like a canonical thing in the series. I don't know why, but it is. Can't say it's not unique.
It could be worse. It could be flirting with the main characters.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, which one do I want to do next? Is the sweater and the hat the same color? It looks like it might be. It's so nice when you use the wand tool and it selects it perfectly.
Wait, that can happen?
Yeah, I'm slowly getting the hang of it, but yeah, apparently that's a thing. Apparently that's what it's supposed to do.
Wait, really?
Yeah, could have fooled me. My issue more so is the paint bucket tool. Or no, it is the wand tool. The wand tool doesn't select to the edges, like to the very edge. It's always like a couple pixels short. So when you try to use the paint bucket tool after selecting something, you get this weird border around it, which is why until recently, I've been manually lassoing all the different parts for the flatting stage. But the expand selection helps a lot, but why can't it just select up to the edge? Like, I don't know. Just my opinion. Just think the wand tool should be able to select wands. Nope, that's not right. Should be able to select areas as accurately as possible. Just It's okay. It's alright. No worries. No reason. Nope, that is not the wand tool. Wand. Boom. 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 Uh-oh. Oh, did I not? Yep, I didn't close that one. That's why. I just imagine, just thinking about what I'm doing right now in stream, just imagine what I would be like as the host of Joy of Painting. And we're gonna paint a little tree right here. Oops, I messed that up, but I can't erase it, so we're just gonna go over it again, try to cover up our happy little accident. TV programs and big studios have been doing that from focus groups, etc. for ages. I don't remember what we were talking about at that point, MC, I'm sorry. KyngPin, name for your fantasy narrator. Bainesmouth Bainsworth. Bashmouth Bainsworth. Interesting. The fantasy narrator a little more has a work in progress name rather than the folklore one. But Bashmouth Bainsworth is quite an interesting name. I will definitely consider it. I forgot to flip this, by the way, I'm noticing. I never did the little artist like doo-doo-doo. And it looked good enough. Oh, right, I was doing wings. Ding, this, you're good. You're good now, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Cool. Oh, wait, not yet. You're good, you're good, you're good. There we go. Select. Expand. Do I like this? I might make these a little brighter. What are you? Oh. Face and stuff. Bring you up a little bit. Switch a little more toward purple hue. Something like this, maybe. Not perfect, but it doesn't look bad by any means. Hey, what are you doing, selected? You shouldn't be like that. Because the tiniest sliver is not closed off. There we go. Literally mine angelic demon. Literally called angelic demon. That works. Will you pull a pop cross and make us design your narrators and decide which one will be the canon design? I do have an idea for that. Not any characters at the moment. There is a story for a redraw that I want to base off of that. Not base off of that, but utilize that concept of I write the stories, you design the characters, I redraw them in my style, which, give or take, has really been most of the redraws at the moment. The recreations are very much, I'm just redrawing what you all give me instead of reworking it into a different topic. I don't know why I do that, it's just... maybe it makes it easier on what story I want to tell when going into it. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of forget that. Like, I go into, like, for tomorrow's, it's like, okay, I want to tell another episode of 50 and 51, and I want to relate it around food. But instead of saying like, oh, pick a food and design this and I'll turn them into demons, I went straight for to make food demon for all of you for the prompt, and then I would just redraw it. So In a technical sense, yes, you have been giving canon designs to things as I've been drawing them, but there is one that I specifically want to do where it's you guys are given 3 or 4 descriptions, and whatever you design is the official design for the story. Eventually, I would like to do a couple that are more recurring roles. This particular one I have in mind at the moment is more of a one-shot. But yeah, I really do like when Popcross does that, and it's gotta be really cool to be like, hey, that's my design. He liked my design, and now it's part of his canon. I mean, he technically did that with the Vigilance too. I don't remember if he said he was giving credit to the Vigilance from the redraw in the book. I can't imagine he wouldn't, but I know he said, like, because he plans to make a book out of it, all the rights or all the profits or whatever he said would go to him, which I think is fair? Question mark. I don't know. It's kind of like that whole thing where, like, creators of a show aren't allowed to read fanfic or anything, because then if they get inspired by a storyline, it can lead into a whole bunch of legal trouble of like, oh, but you took my idea. I'm going to be like, no, I never read it before. So stuff like that, if any of that makes sense. Joe Demon canon design, pull up crop cross, that's something people have been doing for decades. That's true. KyngPin, true. IBS Paint. I downloaded IBS Paint on my laptop. I don't know if I'm going to use it, because it does seem like something that's going to be kind of, what's it called? It's pay to play, for lack of a better word. But I do want to try out Clip Studio. I heard that one was good. I think Knight uses it, if I'm not mistaken. And also, apparently it's got, like, built-in comic book or built-in webtoon / like comic tools that you could use, which I really like the sound of. I don't know. I used to draw comics and stuff when I was really young. What happens sometimes. Also, Fantasy Creed, I saw you were in here. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. IBS Paint, you gotta watch ads for brushes if you're sticking for the free version. What is that? Like, if every time you change a brush you have to watch an ad? That seems unfair.
It seems very annoying.
You know how often I change brushes in my art process? Also, like, does it just pop up on screen? Would that mean I would have, if I used IBS Paint to draw and record, I would have to edit out every instance of an ad that popped up? That doesn't sound fun.
Not particularly, no.
This episode of KyngPin is unofficially sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. I almost went into the Popeyes jingle, which would not be correct.
No, not really, no.
You're bleeding over. Hi, Zimmens. How's it going? Sorry for the small butchering. Nope, that's not the right color. TV programs have been doing that for... TV programs and big studios have been doing that from focus groups, etc. for ages. That's interesting. I didn't actually know that, Dempsey. TV shows have been having other people or like focus groups. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I just never really thought about it. It's interesting. Learn something new every day. Hey, I'm sorry, that channel was rotted my brain so badly I practically can't stop thinking about it. Hey Dempsey, how you feeling? Bit tired still, but almost back to 100%. That's good to hear, Dempsey. Working on a redraw script at the moment. Well, trying to. Don't overwork yourself. This guy did the last of the art yesterday, so now his scripts, his submissions. No relation to Aaron Bainsworth. I can't believe I didn't even make that connection. Bashmouth Bainsworth. Duh. Oh my gosh.
I was wondering how you figure that one out.
What?
But I was wondering how long it would take you to put the pieces together.
You knew?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to see if you would pick up on it.
That's fair. I don't know why I didn't make that connection. Though you probably could have given me anything and I would not have made the connection. Like Ben could have just said, oh, you should name your fantasy character Bashmouth Sharp. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. As it flies over my head. No relation to Aaron Folds. Wow, I skipped a lot. KyngPin Fantasy Beast narrator. Yep. OMG, I kind of want to make a different duck scare. I just thought for Demon 2 ideas that Moon and Moondrop from FNAF. Ooh, go for it, Ark. 2 cool worlds combined equals cool fantasy name. That's true. Benjamin, I noticed that your characters are stealing my character's surnames. Hellstorm, Lightstorm, and now a complete Bainsworth. Oh my god, now I want to see you as Bob Ross KyngPin.
Oh, that's a cool Halloween stream. You come on dressed as Bob Ross.
I know where the closest Spirit Halloween is for me. I could pick if we're doing if we can get together for a Halloween stream like we've been pitching.
That would be cool.
That would be fun. Unfortunately, there's too many windows for when we do that for me to be on camera. But I would. Alright, I don't like the base head color here, so I'm gonna maybe make it a little darker. Already better. I'm gonna copy that because I already forgot to do something. Why do I continuously keep forgetting to expand the selection? Nope, that's a solid color. I need a gradient. Alright, looking good. Oh wait, none of this is inside the mount. Or outside. Totally not related to Aaron. I haven't given any of my characters the surname Lightstorm, only Hellstorm and Godstorm, both really cool names, for any Lucifer family and angels. That's cool. Not only is Professor Marcus Plague related to Benny, but now his fantasy narrator is related to Aaron. Nerd, you got any narrators that I can inadvertently make one of mine related to?
And I'll check 23andMe real quick.
To be honest, I kind of want to make a hero called Nobody, so when villains say nobody can save you. Dempsey, you are aware that Benny Sharp claims that he's related to Professor Marcus Plague, but making a KyngPin narrator blatantly being related to Dempsey's narrator is crossing the line. Actually, I don't know if Benny ever specifically claimed. I think it was more like a maybe, maybe not. I can't actually remember, but I don't think anything's been confirmed. And I personally would just feel weird being like, yeah, I don't have the permission, but they're totally related. Does that make sense? Like, I know Popcross started the bit because, hey, turns out my Jersey ? Accent voice was way too similar, or way more similar than I realized. But I'm still, it still feels weird to be like, yeah, they're related, totally. They're not both my characters, but sure, they're both related. One's been in the public eye for like 5 years. The other one is just being birthed out of my mind. But sure, let's connect this legacy character to this silly one I just made up.
And I'm pretty sure, like, the exact wording was something like,
This Professor Plague guy's voice. In fact, we might even be cousins. I'm gonna say that we are cousins, and is that canon to multiverse tales? Probably not, because I don't get to decide that. But you still heard it here first.
so I think it's up to you based on that.
Yeah, the wording was something like that. I'd have to go back and check what he said verbatim, but yeah, that does ring a bell. That was also very clear. Like, that was very clear audio for coming, I'm assuming, from one device into a mic.
Yeah, pretty much. Good. Honestly, surprised that was even legible.
It was perfect. Alright. Is it worth doing gradient for the fur? Not really. Oh, I forgot to actually select it. Oops. Wait, no. Okay. Go down here, clear the clipping mask, go to the line art, select it, then expand the selection, then fill it in. Steps are all out of order. Alright. Hair. Fur. Socks. Eyes. Hat. Nope. Necklace. Necklac. Neck. Lace. Hat. Sweater. Sweater stripes. What are you? Tail. Mouth. Teeth. Hands and head. All the dragon cool looking stuff. Face and stuff. Cool. Gradient 3. Tail, head, and inner tail. Mouth. Cool. Once again, remember how I said I streamlined that flatting process? Yeah, that took about an hour.
Yep.
Alright. But no, this is looking good. The head itself, I'm a little on. But I don't mind it. If I please Please tell me if I do this, this is gonna work. Center. Yes, there we go. That's how we do it, baby. And then we're gonna change the outline of the eyes specifically. Ooh. Note to self, come back to experimenting with line art colors. So I'm going to change these to be pink because they are technically a screen more than anything. These ones on the tail I think I'm going to leave be with the black outline, but these ones specifically are going to be... Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Face and stuff. Cool. Do we call it here? We're at about an hour and we have to do the showcase.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's almost 5, so we probably should call it.
Yeah. Let's run through the chat real quick. Blatantly related to Dempsey, crossing the line. I am here. Hello, once again, Nikolai. How are you? Though I did name a dimension full of gods and demigods from where myths are real, the name dimension H666. Nice. Fantasy Creed just says E. Nerd, really? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have a true copy of the idea. I just had a thought. Oh, that was probably the Homer thing you said earlier. Yeah, he said he's going to give credit to the Bayou Knights that he chose in the redraw for when he's turned into a book. I can't wait for the book. It looks so cool. Now, once you watch the ad, every brush you need to pay for becomes free for 18 hours. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a little better, but still a little annoying. The comic is in there, and 18 hours you can use all the brushes in IPS KyngPin. Okay, I'll give it a try. I wanna work on learning different programs too. Shouldn't be just a one-trick pony kind of deal. I want to learn other programs. I tried Popcross's, what does he use? Sketchbook, I think it's called. I used it on my laptop, which isn't ideal for drawing because it's got a more glassy screen than a more matte one that this tablet has. There's that, but then like I could not figure it out without a tutorial. Also, KyngPin, I made a voice actor fusion comment suggestion in the last voice actor fusion video about 2 weeks ago. Sounds familiar, Ben? I will take another look and see what it says, because I know the last time you suggested a lot of them. And you mentioned that Aaron folded in the last stream of the emotion chart. So basically, I could suggest anything related to the other crazy artist guys. It would just go completely over your head. Yeah, I don't connect dots very often. Whoopsies. Also, Dempsey, I only took the storm part and made it Hellstorm since Lucifer is the ruler of hell. Nikolai, if there was a Vigilance animated TV show, who would your fan cast be? Brie Larson voices Freya Sparks, David Kay voices Carter Sahayek, Isaac Ryan Brown voices Agama Knight. I would definitely want to stick with main voice actors. I can't cast all of them, unfortunately. But if there was an animated Vigilance series, I would specifically say, dang it, stick to voice actors. If they're primarily a screen actor, no. The voice acting is a job, and there are people in that profession who need work. Shadow the Hedgehog has a voice actor, but no, Keanu Reeves, that's fine. I have nothing against Keanu Reeves. I have things against the casting decisions made by Hollywood. So yeah, it would just primarily be stuck to people who are professional, not even professional, but just voice actors first, any other kind of actor second. So Michael Kovacs would definitely be up there. Elsie Lovelock. I don't know who any of them would play character-wise, but this is who I would want in an animated Vigilance show.
I think Michael Beck as Bobby Blunt would be pretty good.
Yes. Yes, absolutely yes. That is perfect for him. Ashley Nichols would be a cool one. Basically anyone who's been in Murder Drones, has been pilot, whatever that other one was called, Hell of a Boss. Anyone who's been working in the indie animation industry would be cool. Kellen Goff, I would love to see. Yeah, those are my top like 3 or 4. I forgot how many I named. But that's a good question, Nikolai. I like that. Ark, who would you want to see KyngPin stream with? We're gonna draw some nature. If that's a question of who I would want to stream with, or who I would want on the streams, obviously the standard art guys, Dempsey, Nerd, and Knight. I know scheduling makes it hard for everyone to come on the same day. I forgot to put stripes on the socks. We'll get to that in a second. Popcross, if he's ever available. It was nice to have him that one time back in February. But I do feel like I was a little shy back then. It was really my first time talking with everyone on that stream. It was my first time really Dempsey I was talking with a little bit before. He helped me out with the whole stream setup, but like Nerd and Popcross was the first time I ever talked to them. And I think if we were to do it again, I'd probably be a much more myself, for lack of a better word. It took me some time to regain that screen presence from doing live streams. But yeah, so obviously the 5 of us, Fantasy Creed at some point, would love to get on the stream. Voice actors for sure. Game Grunt. Well, okay, I'm gonna expand this into who I would just like to work with. Period. Michael Kovac, Elsie Lovelock, Ashley Nichols, Kellen Goff, Aaron Hansen, Danny Abaddon from Game Grumps, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Basically anyone who I grew up with watching, who's inspired me to work. And also, Dempsey, you bring up a good point. Drawing with Mr. S would be awesome as well. He was doing a stream the other day that I tuned into, and I really love his style of art. It's a really good, well-defined, unique style. I love it.
And Fantasy Creed as well, I'd assume.
Yeah, I think I said Fantasy Creed. Right? If not, Fantasy Creed. Yeah, didn't you say Professor Marcus Plague is supposed to be based off of Markiplier? In the loosest sense of the word, yes. It started off as like, how would Markiplier, even though Markiplier loves the SCP, I really thought about like, what would like Markiplier be in a SCP-esque type setting? I don't know if it's 100% accurate of the stuff he would do, but I don't know. The character took inspiration and then quickly became his own, which I love. Jersey-esque, Jersey/Mafia-esque accent. I don't know what it's called at this rate. Me and you both, Ven. I'm lost. Recording. I want to ask, are we going to do the ARC showcase? Yes, we are, ARC. I'm just running through the chat because it got a little bit away from me this time. I think the term heckling gets known if I have in Lala. Okay, not sure. Goats. What is heckling? Ven, do you remember the 2 old guys from the Muppets? Yep, that's heckling.
That is very much heckling, yes.
Yeah. The actual winding up version. Yay, art showcase. KyngPin voices Bobby Blunt. That would be cool. Nah, Bobby Blunt would be a fun one to voice. I don't know if I could do a Chadwick voice, mostly because I'm forgetting what it sounds like. But I think he would be fun to voice. If we're talking mytholethal, I'd love to voice Ares. That would be fun because I love the Patrick Warburton voice. Oh yeah. Bobby Blunt versus Professor Marcus Plague, who solos. I don't know, Duck Scare's pretty powerful, but then I'm pretty sure both of them have guns. So, I don't know, if Professor Marcus Plague can get Duck Scare to operate quickly enough, he might have the upper hand. I would have to revisit the rules I set in place for Duck Scare, because I think I said you can't physically harm the person while they're frozen.
Yeah, no, you can't interact with the person while they're frozen.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Otherwise, Duck Scare would be way too overpowered.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me gather up our... We got a lot today, so I think I'm going to stick with, once again, one entry per artist, just to keep things fair.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, so let me gather them up. Alright, this looks like the finished version, so I'm gonna grab this one. Yep, zoomed into the 9s again. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's one. This one. We got this one, which I absolutely love. This is a great one. You all are so very talented. Keep up the great work. 'Cause these look awesome. Alright, if I read all the usernames correctly, this should be everyone. And so, let us begin. Actually, wait. Make sure we save, because we can always lose that. And while I finish this up, let me just stay updated with the chat. Pull that up. We'll pull that up. We'll pull that up. Hecklers. Covered those. KyngPin turning into Bob Ross. But it would have to be a past life of Marcus Plague. A past life of Professor Marcus Plague against Bobby Blunt. Yeah. All that's left for is the shading. The shading, Nikolai, and also a little bit of background work and some air quotes compositing to really blend Uzi into the background. KyngPin question: does Lou, Tara, and Nate have any avatars? I assume you mean similar to like how Night of Arcane has the bat drawing that they use in their videos. I know Lou has a drawing of themselves, it might be, for their for his YouTube channel. if you go into the boss level and scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, there's all of us as one, and his is incandescent designs. Lou and Nate, I don't believe so. Not like any drawn ones. They have like profile pictures and stuff. Yeah, but they're all three of them are in the Discord, Kate and King, the KyngPin Creations Discord. If you would like to ask them, like tag them, ask them if they have any, because off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Anyway, oh yes, Ben, I remembered you. I did tell you to tag me in any Instagram post. I didn't get any. Oh, wait, that's not true. I have one right here. So, that is one more we got for the stream. Awesome. Cool. All right, now we can begin the artist showcase. Also, thank you, Ben, for reminding me of that. As time goes on, I will hopefully get better at checking for other platforms. All right, now we can begin. Artist stream. Boom. First up, we've got Underwater Wings, who says, this is the finished design for the drawing of the stream, and this design comes from the Rainbow, the Friendly Ghost. And just for reference, they also sent this. I'm going to include it because it's not I don't count it as a drawing if it's for reference. But yeah. First off, this is adorable. And this looks really cool. I like all the extra details you provided on it. It's kind of like I would consider it a redesign. So I think you did a really good job reworking the character. It looks really cool. You've got the shape down really well. And I like all the little symbols decorating this spooky little guy. It's very cute. Also, I do have a very similar question as Ven. Where did you get the plush of this? Because it's adorable. But yeah, overall, Underwater Wings, great job. Next up, from Tesco. Interesting. Did I hit something? I think I almost just hung up on Nerd accidentally. Mic's on. Okay, weird. My hand slipped and almost hit a button I did not mean to hit. All right, next up. Sorry about that. We have Owen Williams, who writes, as promised from last stream, I am proud to present to all of you Dresden Oakland and a Mr. Freeze fusion, the Winter Warden, or Frosted Flakes if you prefer, plus a bonus look at a prototype design for my Benny Sharp Green Lantern fusion, which looks really, really cool. I do love the designs on both of them. Admittedly, Dresden is a little cut off, so I'll add in this picture just so you can get a better angle of it. But yeah, these look really cool. I love the use of colors on both of them. You have a very well-defined color palette on each of these. I really like all the blues and purples you went for on the Mr. Freeze Dresden. And it looks really good. The feet and anatomy all go really well. And this gun, too. I don't know if you can all see that very clearly, but this is a very well-made freeze gun. It looks really cool. The details are insane, and the helmet with his head inside is really cool. And then as for Benny Sharp, not Guy Gardner. Was it Kyle Rayner? Is that the one who I'm thinking of? Green Lantern. Kyle. Yeah, you went with the Kyle Rayner mask for Benny Sharp, which really seems to suit him. But yeah, the designs are really cool. I can't wait to see the final design for the not Galahound, Benny Sharp and the Green Lantern Fusion. These are really cool. Fusion art is some of my favorite. But yeah, keep it up. You did a great job. Next up, we have Ven, who writes, a rare moment where I remember some OCs from a year ago and don't instantly cringe over them. You and me both, Ven. Reference I used on the right. Okay, and then there was a reference for all these poses. But no, this is really cool. I want to do something like this in the future. I don't know. Maybe soon. Maybe like a Halloween-esque thing. I don't know. I like this idea of all them like coming together and interacting with each other. It's really cute. And it's a really well done piece. This is a lot of people to put together in one piece. I'm sure it was not easy to draw. I saw you posting work in progress in the Discord throughout the week, but this turned out really good. I love the rendering on the feathers and like the different colors and poses of each of the characters. This is really cool. I really like this. I'm also like studying each of them to try and understand like how they differ from each other, because one thing I'm noticing is I'm very bad at like at least consciously creating different facial structures for different characters. So I've been taking a little bit more time to appreciate and study what people or what choices are made between characters in order to apply it to my own art style. But overall, this is really good. And honestly, I love your style. Keep up the great work. This is awesome. Everyone looks so happy. This feels like a fun group to be a part of. Next up, we have Ark's drawing of the stream, and if you recall, the prompt was a camera taking a picture of lasagna, except the camera is humanoid and the lasagna is in the shape of a dog. That's what free word association gets you. And here is the final result. That is an adorable lasagna dog, Ark. It's too freaking cute. Now I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat the lasagna dog. That seems mean. But like seriously, this turned out good. Drawing animals is very difficult. So I commend you for that. Turned out really well. And the rendering of like the cheese and everything also looks really good. The very hunched over humanoid cameraman is a little disturbing, but in a good way. The perspective is really well done, and so is the anatomy for such a foreshortened pose. And I like that you made the camera a Polaroid. That's a really nice touch. I don't know, something about it being a Polaroid adds to the wholesome factor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, great work as always. You consistently are knocking it out of the park, dude. Keep it up. I saw Ben say that camera could easily be a demon. Yeah, the claws and everything. It could be, but I like to believe this cameraman is a good person because there is a dog. And if you're mean to dogs, that's not cool. Don't do that. Be nice to dogs.
Quickly, Ark, go and eat a camera so you can submit this first redraw.
if between editing and drawing didn't take me days, quickly editing this into the video would be funny. Oh, right. Next up, we have Nerd. I forgot to add the transition. Next up, we have Nerd Comics Inc., somewhat inspired by Fantasy Creed. I've been redesigning Pooh, Blood, and Honey villains to make them actually look good. Ooh, burn. Here's a group photo. Oh, I should probably zoom out a little bit. There we go. This is awesome. How long did this take you? Because there are several characters with the fur rendering on it.
Like, not actually sure. Like, all the characters I drew separately and then added them onto a background. And I'd estimate that it took about like 2 hours.
Nice. And also, doing them all separately and then adding them into the background is actually pretty tough, because you have to make sure the angle is consistent between all characters separately for them to work together in a piece. I tried doing this once, twice actually, with the Power Rangers, the Godzilla ones. Was not perfect, but these they all fit in very nicely.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, I'm trying to figure out which one is the scariest looking. It might be the owl.
You know, I would very much agree. The owl looks almost the most human and therefore the most creepy.
Yeah, uncanny valley type of
Kind of what I was going for. That was the uncanny valley feel.
Yeah. I want to try more redesigning videos. I've seen Fantasy Creed's ones, and really wanted to try more of them because they're fun, and I think it could really help with understanding character design. Because I want to that's an area I very much love, and so I want to get better at it in the future, is designing characters. But yeah, looks awesome. Also, who said that? Ben said it looks like something Van Helsing would hunt.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Next up, we have Caden King, the Great Elder, who wrote this. These are my versions of Little Red Riding Hood and Robin Hood, which is now a really cool, like, kind of crossover idea. I don't know, associating these two characters together could actually be really cool. That's an awesome idea.
Sense.
What?
I said, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Connect those two.
No, I really like this. The Robin Hood one looks really cool. I like the archery, the quiver looks really nice. And maybe because they're complementary colors, but the color choice in both of them looks really cool. I do like Riding Hood's Little Red Riding Hood's having hair over one of the eyes. It looks it's a cool design choice for Red Riding Hood. And the hoods came out really good too. Yeah, I really like this. And Kenny King actually says these two are actually in a relationship in my story. Nice. Looks really cool. Yeah, great job. I like this a lot. I don't know, there's something about the color choice that I cannot look away from them. They're so cool. And finally, for the artist showcase, we have Benjamin Neal on Instagram. You can also submit your art on Instagram if you tag KyngPin Creations in it. We'll I'll come up with some kind of hashtag, I guess, to make it easier. I'm not entirely sure yet, but yeah. Our last showcase is Benjamin Neal, and this character is named Felix Martin. He is the son of William Martin, also known as Quantum Colossus and the Kurai Demon. Skifrodon, going by the name Rhonda. Skifrodon, going by the name Rhonda, birthed Felix to be a general in her demon army. He has the powers of creation of the ancestral bloodline and quantum travel from his father. That's cool. And the best friend of Miles Yegorovich, along with Helena Yegorovich. Also, he is from Dimension H-3097. Nice work. This looks really cool. And I really, once again, going back to that complementary color thing, this is, the orange and blue work really well together in this picture. I love the demon type arms. I don't know if demon's the right word, but like the arms sprouting out of his back and the kind of goo, for lack of a better word, that's draped over it. The outfit looks really cool. You have a very nice balance of orange and blue throughout the whole thing, which doesn't make one color seem to overtake the other one. And because hair is something I struggle with, I will also commend you on that because it looks really, really cool. You have it's a very good and well-defined hairstyle. Yeah, nice work. It's looking really cool. And we have one final late entry from Alan Animations, who says, hopefully I made it in time, but I made this in school in like 2 hours. Why must you be so far away? There we go. This looks really cool. Alan Animations. It's a really good... You have a very good understanding of the... What's it called? Folds and shading in the clothing. The pants folds and the shirt folds wrapping around like the muscles is really, really cool. It's a very cool character design. I don't know. I feel like there's... It's reminding me of something, but I can't place exactly what it is. Oh, that is the wrong one. I meant to go to the chat. There we go. The design reminds me of Sasuke Kojiro, specifically from Record of Ragnarok. Interesting. I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I really like this. And again, with the colors, you're keeping in a specific range of... What's it called? A specific range of colors on the color wheel. You're going from a purple and just teetering into the orange, which once again is keeping that color very coherent. But yeah, this looks really good. Great job. But that is... Oh, and you also just put in that is a one-piece OC. Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, great job, everyone. Once again, keep up the great work. You are all doing an amazing job with your art. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining the stream. Nerd, once again, thank you for joining me today.
Yep, anytime.
Yeah, no problem. And we will, air quotes, nope, not air quotes, fingers crossed, finish this drawing next week. And then I got a cool little Halloween idea for October. So maybe that'll be our next one. It might take a little longer, though. So...
And don't worry, if we time it out, if we hurry up, we might be able to get it done by Christmas.
That's true. But thank you all so much for coming, and I will see you all in the recreations tomorrow. Take care, everyone.